The Gloucestershire company planning to build 2 nuclear power stations is scrapping the projects. The sites in South Gloucestershire and Wales were being built by Horizon Nuclear Power, which is owned by the technology giant Hitachi. It says it's no longer economically viable in the current climate. Well, Steve Neaves is at Albury Nuclear Power Station for us now. Steve, this is big news.
It is very big news, David, and given what we know, actually, perhaps not too surprising. Behind me, the decommissioned Albury Power Station. The new plant was due to be built not far away from that, and then there was this one in Wales, the Wilford plant, that was at an advanced stage of planning. In January of last year, Hitachi announced it was suspending work on both projects due to rising costs and difficulties creating a finance deal with the government. That led to hundreds of job losses at Horizon in Gloucester. The company set up to bring the projects to fruition. And then today, both companies announcing the projects were scrapped. And that's because of, again, increased costs, but also the economic impact of the pandemic. Now, interestingly, Horizon, that has spent many years working on these projects, in its statement said it was still willing to talk to new investors. They said, "We would do our utmost to facilitate the prospects for development, which will bring the major local, national and environmental benefits that nuclear can uniquely deliver." But opponents couldn't disagree more. They've welcomed today's news, saying that any future investment should be in renewable energy where costs are coming down.
As you invest in renewables, they will become even cheaper and they will just replace the fossil fuels, and we're hoping as soon as possible. Another advantage of the renewable sector is that it can take employees from the nuclear industry, for instance. So those that are employed at Albury or would be employed at Albury can just transfer because they've got transferable skills.
So the question is, what next? Well, Hitachi has walked away. South Gloucestershire Council wants clarity on the future of this site, which Hitachi still own. And the government say they still believe nuclear has a future. And don't forget, the government had a third equity stake in these projects. They say they are willing to talk to companies that would like to put money in. So the door, it seems, albeit a very expensive one to the tune of billions of pounds, is still open. Whether anybody wants to walk through them, well, that's another matter.
OK. Steve, thanks very much.